It's time for North Myrtle Beach Chiefs baseball on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network, and it starts right now.
Good evening and welcome to North Myrtle Beach Chiefs baseball right here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. My name is Brandon Biskobing. Sorry for the late start to the broadcast this evening. Had a few technical difficulties for tonight before tonight's game, but we are on now, and we are just about set to start some baseball here. As Billy Barlow warms up on the mound, the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs, the number 2 ranked North Myrtle Beach Chiefs in Class 4A, according to the South Carolina Baseball Coaches Association. 6-4 record for them, ranked 13th in Max Prep South Carolina rankings, 5th in the Quadruple A rankings, has a 6-4 record, and they will face off against the Lakewood Gators, who are 4-2 on the season in the Chiefs' first matchup, their first game in the Mingo Bay Classic this afternoon. Day 2 of the Mingo Bay Classic yesterday. The Chiefs having the day off with an uneven number of teams coming to the tournament this season, due to COVID and all of that. Not as many teams coming this season to this tournament that has been one of the bigger tournaments in the state of South Carolina for a while, as Barlow finishes all his warm-up throws, and he will face off against this Lakewood team who lost their first game of the Mingo Bay, a 14-5 loss to Carolina Forest, and we saw what the Chiefs could do to the Panthers of Carolina Forest. So this is definitely advantage Chiefs, as we are just about set to start off. Leading off for the Gators will be Daniel Young, the third baseman, number 2. The righty about set to step into the box, and we are just about set to get underway here this evening. Barlow gets set. Long look in, and we are underway with the first pitch missing low and in. And we are underway. 6:06 the start time. Here as the sun starts to set a little bit, right a little over the eye line of the broadcast booth here. The 1-0 pitch misses low and away, and it's a 2-0 count to Daniel Young. Young, the third baseman, will get you the starting lineup for the Gators in just a second. The 1-1 ball low and away, and it's a 2-1 count. Oh, actually 3-0. That second pitch was also a called ball low and away, so it's now a 3-0 count. Starting lineup for Lakewood, Daniel Young leading off and playing third base. The 3-0 pitch. Strike at the knees, a get-me-over fastball for Barlow, and it's 3-1. Batting second and playing shortstop is Victor Brown. The 3-1 misses low and away, and Young works a walk to start off the game for Lakewood. Brown will bat second, followed by B.J. Balls, and he will play first base. Batting cleanup and catching is Travis Pillsbury. Long look in by Barlow. The first pitch is a ball well inside. Tried to square around a bump, but pulled it back, did Brown. And it's a 1-0 count. Batting fifth and playing left field will be Davin McLeod. As they actually called that a strike, said that it tipped off the bat. So it's an 0-1 count now, the 0-1 pitch. Bunt pulled back a bit high and inside, and it's a 1-1 count now. 1-1 with a runner on first base. Nobody out here in the top of the first inning. 74 degrees out here as Barlow goes over to the dugout to check on something. Not sure what exactly that was, but he will head back to the mound and get set once again. One and one count, nobody out, runner on first base. The 1-1 pitch, squaring the bunt. Third baseman charges in, but it's a strike, a called strike. Pulled the bat back, but it's a high inside strike called, and it's now a 1-2 count. The 1-2 pitch. Long look in. Now deals. Ball low and inside, and it's a 2-2 count now. After McLeod, it will be Hunter Hoff, the pitcher. The pitch. Swung on and popped high over behind us, and it will bounce off of the press box roof. And we'll do it all over again at a 2-2 count. 2-2, nobody out. The 2-2 pitch. Is a ball up and inside. Runner goes, and he will get gunned down. A great throw. A great throw by Caden Kingston to nab Young at second base. And there's one away now. And now Barlow can completely focus on Victor Brown at the plate. The payoff pitch. Swung on and flown out over towards the Lakewood dugout, but it will just get out of play. Trying to make a look at it and thought if he had a chance was Garganis at first, but just could not quite come around. We'll give you the defensive alignments for the Chiefs in just a second. Left to right will be Hajar, Hall, and Boyers, as that pitch is also fouled off, this time going towards the Chiefs dugout. And we'll do it all over again at 3-2. Victor Brown doing a nice job working the count and making Barlow use some pitches in this one. Making Barlow work the count early. Going third to first on the infield will be Gask, Lugo, Velez, and Garganis. And the catcher will be Caden Kingston. He will be catching for Barlow. That pitch is a ball. And Brown will work a walk. So 2 straight walks for the Gators. Now they have a runner on first base once again, this time with 1 away. And that will bring up B.J. Balls, the first baseman. Finishing off the lineup for the Gators as the first pitch to Balls is on its way. That ball is chopped over to the second baseman, ranging over and throwing over to first in time for the second out of the inning, but just a little too short, a little too weakly hit. And as a result, Velez had to range over to his right, was able to get the runner at first out, but in the meantime, Victor Brown gets to second on the 4-3 fielder's choice. That'll bring up Travis Pillsbury, the catcher. The first pitch to Pillsbury is a ball low, and it's a 1-0 count. Finishing off the lineup for the Gators as the 1-0 is a ball just a little low and away, and it's 2-0 now. Landon DeLavin will be the catcher and will bat sixth. Batting seventh and playing right field is Jay Thompson. Batting eighth and being the designated hitter, batting ninth and the designated hitter is Tidarian Frierson. And the odd man out, who will be just playing the field, will be the second baseman, J.T. Mahoney. That pitch misses, and now it's a called strike, and it's now a 2-1 count. 2-1, 2 away, runner on second base. A scoreless ball game here in the top of the first inning. Long look in by Barlow, looks over to second. Now deals. That pitch is a strike on the outside part of the plate, and it's now a 2-2 count. Two and two, 2 away. The pitch. Strike 3 called at the knees. And that'll end the inning. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base after a half inning. Still scoreless. Chiefs first opportunity up to bat when we come back here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Welcome back as we head to the bottom half of the first inning. The top of the order for the Chiefs. Ready to come up, it will be Velez, Lugo, and Garganis due up. J.J. Velez gets ready to step into the box. He is batting .438 on the season thus far with 8 runs and 5 RBI. He's had a good season thus far getting on base as the first pitch misses a little low. And it is 1-0 to Velez. The Chiefs, the 1-0 ball high, and it's a 2-0 count now to Velez. Chiefs facing off against the pitcher Hunter Hoff. The 2-0 offering. Strike on the outside part of the plate, and it's now a 2-1 count. Get you the Chiefs starting lineup right now. It will be Velez leading off. Jomar Lugo, the shortstop, will bat second. The pitch is fouled back, and it's now a 2-2 count. Batting third and playing first base is Burgess Garganis. Batting cleanup and the designated hitter is Luke Rice. The right fielder Anderson Boyers will bat fifth. Batting sixth and pitching is Billy Barlow. Camden Gass will bat seventh and play third base. Batting eighth and playing left field is Dylan Hajar. As the 2-2 pitch is swung on, chased it a little bit, kind of reached out for that one and was able to foul it back towards the parking lot. Luckily, no cars hit. Not too many cars parked very close to the field today. One pickup truck in the second row closest to the field. The 2-2 offering once again misses inside, and it's now a full count. And Velez has done a nice job to start off this game, making Hoff use a lot of pitches to start off. The payoff pitch is swung on and lined out into straightaway center field, in there for a base hit. And the Chiefs get on the board to start off the game, get the game started off rolling pretty well in the offensive category, leading things off with a leadoff single by Velez. That will bring up Jomar Lugo. Lugo comes into this one batting .250 on the season, has 8 runs and 4 RBI. Runner on first base, nobody. Sorry for that, folks, if we had a bit of a connection problem there, but we are back on. The pitch swung on and hit over into the hole, ranging over and making the grab is the shortstop. Tried to throw it over to the second baseman, but it gets past the second baseman. But luckily for Lakewood, the second baseman, or the right fielder rather, was backing him up. But in the process, because of the error, Velez is able to move over to third. So mark that as an E6. Well, mark that as a single and an E6. So now runners at the corners with still nobody out for Burgess Garganis. And the Chiefs are threatening early in this game. A pickoff throw over to first base, keeping Lugo close. Garganis comes into this game batting .414. And he has 8 runs and 7 RBI. So he's also been this whole Chiefs lineup, while they're more known for their pitching acumen, the lineup has been doing very well thus far this season. And that ball is hit out into straightaway right field. That'll get all the way to the wall. That'll score 1. Rounding third and heading for home. And standing up, getting in there safely, is Lugo, and that's a 2-run double for Burgess Garganis, and very quickly the Chiefs are up on the board and up 2-0. So a big hit there, and the tomahawk chop goes up here in North Myrtle Beach as the Chiefs offense comes up swinging early on. Spin around and throw over to first, keeping Garganus close. That'll bring up Luke Rice, the cleanup hitter. He'll try to keep it going here. Rice batting .280 on the season thus far and has 4 runs and 5 RBI. The pitch. Ball outside to Rice, and it's a 1-0 count. Chiefs already putting 2 on the board in this inning. 2-0 ball game. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. A changeup that got Rice to swing over the top of it. Got him out in front. And it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Long look and now deals. That ball is swung on and hit over down the right field line, and they will say it just gets foul. And so we'll do it all over again at 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. It's on its way. And that is a ball just off the plate outside, and it's 3-1 count now. Luke Rice having a good eye and already making Hoff use a lot of pitches. The 2-2. Swung on and hit out over towards the Lakewood dugout. That'll go foul. And we'll do it all over again at a 2-2 count. Two and two, nobody out. Runner on second base, already up 2-0 are the Chiefs. That pitch is swung on and hit out into right field. In there for a base hit. Bobbled does the right fielder, and that'll allow Garganus to go all the way from second all the way home, and it'll be an RBI single. Not sure if they're going to count that as an error that will allow Garganus to score, but either way, the Chiefs have 3 on the board already, and there is still nobody out. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say that was an RBI single. That'll bring up Anderson Boyers. Boyers batting .345 on the season thus far, equal in runs and RBI with 8 apiece. That pitch misses low and away, and it's a 1-0 count to Boyers. Runner on first base, still nobody out. 3-0 ball game for the Chiefs. The 1-0. Ball up and inside. They're actually going to say it hit Boyers. So Boyers will reach base on the hit by a pitch. So now runners on first and second. Still nobody out. That'll bring up the pitcher, the number 6 hitter, Billy Barlow. Barlow mostly known as a pitcher, but can do some work at the plate. Especially for a pitcher. Has a decent batting average, .238, and has 2 runs and 3 RBI. The first pitch as Hoff steps off. First pitch to Barlow about to come. Hoff deals, and it's chopped at the plate. It will be foul. And so an 0-1 count, actually a 1-1 count. The first pitch was a ball. So it's 1-1 count now to Barlow. The 1-1 pitch, long look in by Hoff. Now gets set and deals. That pitch by the catcher Pillsbury. And it's now a 2-1 count. We'll go around the defense for Lakewood. Go left to right in the outfield. It'll be McLeod, DeLavin, and Thompson. As that ball is a pickoff attempt, but Boyers is able to get back. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. 3-0 ball game for the Chiefs already. 2-1 count on Billy Barlow. Third to first for Lakewood. It'll be Young, Brown, Mahoney, and Balls. As that ball is hit out into right center field. And it'll drop in there for a base hit. And that'll be a single for Barlow, and he'll get replaced by a pinch hit or a pinch runner. Colin Frazier will come in. So now bases are loaded. Still nobody out. Camden Gasky steps in. He is the third baseman. Gasky on the season batting .444 with 2 runs and 4 RBI. The first pitch to Gasky is swung on and fouled over down the right field line, but will land out of play. And it's 0-1. The catcher for the Gators is Travis Pillsbury. So there's your defensive lineup, rounding things off for Lakewood. The 0-1 pitch to Gasky. Check swing. It's a called strike anyway at the knees, and now it's an 0-2 count. The 0-2 swung on and hit into the hole, ranging over to his right, and not quite able to make the throw in time is the shortstop, Brown. Brown made a nice attempt, kind of slid as he was going to his right in the hole, was able to get in front of it and was able to make a pretty good throw, but was not able to get the pinch runner at second. So that'll score another run. So that'll be an RBI single for Gasky. And the offense continues rocking as Dylan Hajar comes up to the plate. He missed his first pitch as a ball up and in, and it's a 1-0 count to Hajar. He comes into this game with a .667 batting average, has only played in 1 game thus far this season, but went 2 of 3 in that one with 2 runs. That pitch is a called strike, and it's a 1-1 count now. Bases are loaded, still nobody out. Already a 4-0 game for the Chiefs. The 1-0, or 1-1, that pitch is a called strike on a low inside corner. And it's a 1-2 count now. One and two, nobody out. That pitch is swung on and hit into the hole over to the second baseman. Thrown on to first in time. Actually caught by the second baseman on a line drive. So there's the first out, and a L4 for Hazier. And that'll bring up Caden Kingston, the number 9 hitter, and the Chiefs have almost batted around the order. Kingston comes into this game with a 200 batting average, no runs but 3 RBI. As that pitch is a called strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. Bases are still loaded, now 1 away, 4-0 ball game already for the Chiefs. The pitch. Swung on and missed. A changeup got Kingston to swing out in front of it. And it's 0-2. Oh and 2, bases loaded, big pitch right here for Hoff. The pitch. Strike 3 called at the knees, and there are 2 away. That'll bring us back up to the top of the order, and J.J. Velez, who led off the game for the Chiefs offensively with a single, and then eventually came around to score. The first pitch to Velez. Strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 swung on and missed for strike 2. And it's quickly 0-2. And after a huge start to the inning, now suddenly Hunter Hoff has started to calm things down and is starting to get into a little bit of a groove. The 0-2. Changeup got him to swing out in front of it. And there are 3 away. So that'll end the inning, but not before the Chiefs bat around the order and put up a 4 spot in the process and take a 4-0 lead to start off this game. We head to the top of the second inning. Chiefs in the lead 4-0 here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Welcome back as we head to the top half of the second inning. And the first pitch is a ball high to Travis Pillsbury, and it's 0-1. Excuse me, actually, that's Davon McLeod who's up to bat. Pillsbury finished off the last half inning. That ball is a bunt, a well-placed bunt, but a great job by Barlow getting off the mound and throwing over to first for the first out of the inning. And there is 1 away. That'll bring up Hunter Hoff. The first pitch to Hoff. Barlow looking in. Now gets set. Long look. Now gets set once again. Now finally deals, and that ball's fouled off towards the parking lot, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike two, and a nice job by Barlow getting out in front of Hoff to start off this inning. Here we are at the Hank Hester Sports Complex here in North Myrtle Beach. 3:10 down both lines, 3:55 to straightaway center field as that ball's fouled off. And we'll do it all over again at 0-2. 0-2, one away. Chiefs wearing their blue jerseys, their straight-up blue jerseys. No Astro-type jerseys today. They have the Chiefs in gold on the front. Chiefs in yellow on the front. With the white pants. That ball is grounded over to the third baseman, thrown on the first in time for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Landon DeLavin, the catcher. Lakewood wearing their white jerseys with the green numbering and lettering. The pitch is a ball up and away. Tried to hit the high outside corner, but just missed, and it's a 1-0 count. The pitch, the 1-0 is a strike at the knees, and it's a 1-1 count now. The 1-1 is a strike, swung on and missed at the knees, and it's 1-2. And Barlow looking to have another quick inning of work right here. The 1-2 is on its way. That ball is swung on and grounded over to the second baseman, thrown on to first in time for the final out of the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. After 1.5, Chiefs up by 4-0 here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Welcome back as we head to the bottom of the second inning. The first pitch is swung on and missed. Strike one at the knees to Jomar Lugo, who is 1 for 1 today. He singled to lead off his day in the first inning and then came around to score. And that second pitch misses low and away, and it's 1-1. Hey. The 1-1 pitch misses low and away, and it's now a 2-1 count now. The 2-1 offering is swung on and flown out down the left field line, racing over, and he will not be able to make the catch, as that will go all the way to the wall down the left field line. Rounding first and getting into second, standing up with a stand-up double is Jomar Lugo, and the Chiefs, after starting off the first inning strong and on fire and scoring 4 in the process, start the second inning off just as hot. That'll bring up Burgess Garganis, who had a 2-run double to start off the scoring in the first inning. And he'll look to put a jolt into another one right here. High leg kick and stepped off, but looked like that could have potentially been called a balk on Hoff. But no call. So still a runner on second base, nobody out in the bottom of the second inning. The first pitch swung on and fouled back, and it's 0-1. Hoff looking in. And now gets set. No, steps off again. Trying to keep Lugo close at second base. The pitch is a ball low and away. And it's a 1-1 count now. One and one, nobody out. Runner on second base. The pitch. Strike on the high outside corner, and it's a 1-2 count now. 1-2, nobody out. 4-0 ball game. Chiefs up in the lead early. Had a 4-run first inning and already threatening to start off the second inning with a runner on second and nobody out. Long look in by Hoff. Now looks back and deals. Swung on and grounded over into the hole into right field. Throwing in and keeping. Actually, no, I take that back. Lugo is able to go all the way home on that RBI single. And now the Chiefs are up 5-0. Didn't look like that ball was hit hard enough for Lugo to get home, but with his speed, he had the green light to round third and head home, and he was able to get in safely. Runner on first base now with still nobody out. Pickoff throw over to first base, keeping Garganis close. That'll bring up Luke Rice. He has an RBI today, had an RBI single in the first inning, and then also came around to score the final run of that 4-run first. That pitch, strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. 5-0 already in the bottom of the second inning. Chiefs already threatening, and keep in mind that there is a 10-run rule in high school. So if the Chiefs' offensive power continues, as that pitch misses low and away, 1-1 now. If the offensive might of this Chiefs team continues, they could very easily have an opportunity to 10-run rule the Gators. The pitch. And that plunks him. And Rice will head down to first base off of the hit by a pitch. So now runners on first and second with nobody out. And that'll bring up Anderson Boyers, who he himself was hit by a pitch in the first inning, but was stranded at third. After 7 straight batters got on base to start off the first inning, Hoff finally looked like he started to get in a groove, getting the next 3 batters out consecutively to get out of the first inning jam. But now has started this inning just as poorly. And once again, 2 straight pitches and 2 straight plunks. And the umpire now walks out, and nothing intentional, nothing malicious about that pitch, obviously. But I think the umpire basically just said to Hoff, come on, we need to get the command go, get your command a little better. And we'll see how much longer of a leash Hoff has. Still nobody warming up in the Lakewood bullpen. So Hoff has it for now. That'll bring up Billy Barlow. He's 1 for 1 today. He swings and misses at a pitch. Got a little ahead of himself. Got a little over anxious. Swinging for the fences on that one and got out a little in front of that one. Didn't look like it was a changeup or anything, but just Barlow was just a little too anxious on that one. So first and second, nobody out. 0-1 pitch is swung on and flown out into left center field, ranging out near the wall and making the catch is the center fielder. And surprisingly, although the 2 runners on base, not exactly the fastest guys on the base, passing Luke Rice and Boyers, especially Luke Rice. That is the reason why neither one of them were able to tag up. But that'll be the first out of the inning on that F8. That'll bring up Camden Gask. He is 1 for 1 today with an RBI single. Runners on first and second, 1 away. The pitch. Ball up and away, and it's a 1-0 count. Long look in by Hoff. Now gets set and deals. That hits the low outside corner, and it's a 1-1 count. Chiefs bats have been electric in the first 2 innings already. Hoff now steps off. That pitch is swung on and grounded over to the shortstop, thrown on to first in time for the second out of the inning. Was not quite able to get the double play going, but is able to get an out. So that'll bring up Dylan Hadger. He is 0 for 1 today. Lined out to the second baseman. That ball is grounded over a high chop up the middle. It was on the right side of the bag, but the shortstop Brown comes all the way over across the bag and throws on the first in time for the final out of the inning, but not before the Chiefs put up another run and extend their lead out, another 2 runs, and extend their lead out to 6. It is 6-0 Chiefs now as we head to the top of the 3rd inning here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. top of the third inning as the bottom two of the order are due up, and then we go back to the top of the order. It'll be Jay Thompson leading it off, the right fielder. That pitch misses high, and it's a 1-1 count after the first pitch was a called strike. The 1-1 swung on and missed on a strike at the knees, and it's 1-2. Billy Barlow on the mound. The Clemson commit. As that pitch misses well up and in. And it's a 2-2 count now. The Clemson commit and now Clemson signee after signing on National Signing Day back in February. He'll be headed up to Clemson in the summer, as this is his senior year. Known as Wild Bill to Coach Real on the football team. Also plays linebacker on the football team. The pitch is a strike, called strike at the letters, and there is one away. That'll bring up Tadarius Fearson. Barlow throws a low 90s, topping towards mid 90s fastball, and also throws a low 80s changeup and a high 70s slider. And he's definitely someone that the Tigers are looking forward to seeing at the next level. The first pitch to Fearson is a ball low and inside, and it's a 1-0 count. Second pitch also low, and it's a 2-0 count now. The 2-0 pitch is a ball low and in as well. And Barlow's trying to be a little bit too fine on the mound against Fearson. As the sun starts to set, about to dip beneath the clouds. The pitch. Ball inside, and they're actually going to say it hit Fearson. So a hit by a pitch will give the Gators a runner on first base with one away, and we head back to the top of the order. And Daniel Young, who does not have an official at bat yet, did walk to start the game, but then was caught stealing, trying to go for second base. The first pitch to Young. Ball up and inside, and actually gets off the glove of Kingston, and that will allow Fearson to get over to second base. So he'll get into scoring position on the pass ball. And now only the second real chance, and both of them came with one away. Brown was able to get up to second base in the first inning, but then two straight outs following got Barlow out of the jam. That pitch is fouled back, and it's now a 1-1 count. Aces are wild, 1 on, 1 out, and a 1-1 count. A beautiful night for baseball as we hit twilight. The pitch. Ball just off the plate, low and away, and it's a 2-1 count now. And while the old adage is you never want to make the first or last out at third base, But the second out, you never really know. So this could potentially be a hit and run situation. This is the prototypical hit and run situation. 2-1, one away. Runner on second base. We'll see if he's going. He is not, as that pitch is just off the plate low. And it's a 3-1 count. Kingston tried to frame that one, but just could not quite get the umpire to make the call. The 3-1. And a pickoff throw over to second base. Quick spin snap throw by Barlow. And Fearson scurries back. Three and one away. The pitch. Swung on and fouled off. And we'll do it all over again at a full count. The payoff pitch. Long look, now deals. That ball is grounded up the middle, ranging in, throwing on, but not quite able to get it. A great attempt by Lugo, having to range in on that high, short chopper, and just could not get the speedy Young out at first base. And in the process, Fearson moves over to third. So now runners on the corner with one away. And that'll bring up Victor Brown. He does not have an official at-bat yet. He walked in the first inning and was able to get to second base. The pitch. Swung on and chopped at the plate, but it'll roll foul towards the Lakewood dugout. Oh, one away. Chiefs up by 6. 6-0 ball game. Chiefs had 2 very good innings to start off the game. Had 4 runs come in the first inning, followed by 2 more in the second. The pitch is swung on and fouled off. And we'll do it all over again at 0-2. While ideally I think Barlow would want to get a ground ball here and get the double play, certainly would not mind getting the strikeout and reducing the amount of outs he needs to get to just 1. We'll see how he pitches it right here. 0-2. The pitch. Swung on, and that ball is grounded over to short. Step on the bag for 1. On to first. Double play. A 6-6-3 double play gets Barlow out of the jam without anyone scoring as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Still 6-0 here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Bottom of the order due up, followed by rounding it back over to the top. It'll be Caden Kingston in the 9 spot, leading it off, followed by Velez and Lugo at 1 and 2. Kingston, 0 for 1 today, struck out looking in the first inning. That ball is swung on and hit out down the right field line, but foul. And it's 0-1. Looks like we... Actually, never mind. I thought we might have a new pitcher on the mound for... Oh, yes, it looks like we may have a new... Oh, no, excuse me, never mind. That ball is flown out into right center field. Ranging over and making the catch is the right fielder. That would be Thompson, and there's one away. That'll bring us up to the top, back to the top of the order, and J.J. Velez, who is 1 for 2 today, had a single and a run scored to start off the game in the first inning. The first pitch. Swung on and flown out into straightaway center field, ranging back and losing it, and that is going to go off the base of the wall. And that'll be 2. Thought about going for 3, did Velez, but he stays at second, and a stand-up double for J.J. Velez. And once again, the Chiefs are threatening here in the third. That'll bring up Jomar Lugo, who has had a good day at the plate thus far today. 2 innings, 2 hits, and 2 runs scored. First with the single, then the double. Let's see if he maybe goes for the triple. If he were to go for the triple, it would be the first for the Chiefs. Or excuse me, it would not be the first for the Chiefs on the season. Caden Kingston has 1 triple thus far this season. That is the only one. As that pitch is a strike on the low outside corner, and it's 0-1. Runner on second base, 1 away. Chiefs threatening once again, already up by 6. 6-0 ball game. The pitch. Ball up and away, and it's 1-1. Aces are wild, 1 on, 1 out, and a 1-1 count. That pitch, strike at the knees, and it's 1-2 now. Long look in now. And now deals. That ball is swung on and fouled back towards the parking lot. The pitch. Ball in the dirt. A nice block by Pillsbury. And it's now a 2-2 count. 2-2, 1 away, runner on second base. The pitch. Swung on and flown high in the center of the diamond. The pitcher, Huff, will take it himself and make the catch for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Burgess Garganis, who has already also had a very good day, has a double and a single, and also has 3 RBI and 2 runs. He's been on fire thus far. Would like to get another RBI right here. The pitch. Ball up and away. And it's a 1-1 count. As now Pillsbury goes out to talk with Hoff. Talk some strategy with the runner on second base and 2 away, or talk signs because of the runner on second base. One 0 count, 2 away. Long look in. Now gets set. And deals. That pitch misses outside. And it's a 2-0 count now. Lakewood trying to get out of the first inning that they've had in this game thus far without a run scoring. Had 4 come in the first, and then 2 more back in the second inning. The pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Got Garganis out in front of that one, but he was able to get a piece of it. And stays alive. 2-1 count now. 2-1, 2 away. Hoff looking in at the sign. Now gets set. And deals. Strike on the inside part of the plate, and it's now a 2-2 count. Garganis thus far this season has done pretty well with runners in scoring position. Has a .308 batting average with runners in scoring position. That pitch is swung on and flown out into shallow center field. Radiant and trying to make a diving play, and they will say that he cushioned it. They'll say that Thompson trapped it, and it bounced before he was able to get to it. And so that will be a single. And actually, that will allow, with 2 outs, Velez was going on contact, and as a result, he was able to come all the way from second in to score, and now it's a 7-0 ball game. So an RBI single for Burgess Garganis gives the Chiefs a 7-0 lead. That's his 4th RBI of the day already, and that'll bring up Luke Rice. The pitch. Swung on, and that ball is chopped down the left field line past the diving third baseman and into left field. Rounding second and heading for third is Garganis. He'll slide in there safely, and that's a 2-out single for Luke Rice. And now the Chiefs have runners on the corners with 2 away, threatening for more. Anderson Boyers comes up to the plate. He has not gotten an official at-bat today. Has been plunked twice today. So runners at the corners now with 1 away. Or excuse me, with 2 away. And Boyers would probably prefer to get a ball in play here and get a hit than a hit by a pitch, because a hit by a pitch in this situation would just simply load the bases and bring up Billy Barlow. The first pitch is a strike on the low inside corner, and it's 0-1. Boyers, with runners in scoring position thus far this season, batting .333. That ball is hit high up the elevator shaft right behind the pitcher's mound, and the shortstop Brown will range in and make the grab for the final out of the inning, but not before the Chiefs get another run on the board on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. After 3 full, it is 7-0 Chiefs here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. are the order for the Gators due up? It will be 3, 4, 5 Balls, Pillsbury, and McLeod. Facing off against Billy Barlow in his 4th inning of work. The first pitch to Ball is a ball inside. Balls is 0 for 1 today, grounded into a fielder's choice in the 1st inning. That pitch misses as well, and it's now a 2-0 count. The 2-0 swung on and then missed for strike 2. Just threw it right at him, threw it right at the knees, and said, hey, try to hit it. Hit it if you can. That pitch misses just a little low and inside. Now it's a 3-1 count. The 3-1 swung on and fouled back, and we'll do it all over again at a 3-2 count. The payoff pitch to Balls is swung on and fouled back, and we'll do it all over again. That's the one thing that the Lakewood Gators have been able to do fairly effectively against Barlow, has been making him use a lot of pitches and working some deep counts. Has forced a couple of walks, especially in the 1st inning. Those first 2 at-bats took a good 15, 20 pitches off of Barlow as that ball is grounded over to the shortstop and through the legs of Lugo into left field for a base hit. We'll see what they count that as. Not sure what they're going to count that as. If they're going to count it as a hit or as an E6. I'll count that as an E6. Because I think that was a ball a play that should have been made by Lugo. That'll bring up Travis Pillsbury, who's 0 for 1, struck out to end the 1st inning. The first pitch to Pillsbury is a strike on the high inside corner, and it's 0-1. Long look in by Barlow. Now looks over to first. Now gets set. Now pickoff throw over to first. Keeping Balls close. Sun just about set over through the trees. Sun is not visible anymore as a result of the trees here at the stadium. And the lights are on now as we are definitely in dusk now, as that pitch is a strike at the knees. And it's 0-2. A very picturesque day for baseball. And this Mingo Bay Classic has been a lot of fun thus far. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, and there's one away. That'll bring up Davon McLeod. He is 0 for 1. Tried to bunt one to start off the 2nd inning, but it was bunted right back at Barlow. And that started the 2nd inning, rather. Pickoff throw over to first base, keeping balls close. The first pitch is swung on and chopped over to the second baseman, flipped over to the shortstop for one, but not quite enough, as that ball was a short, high chopper to Velez at second. He was able to backhand it to Lugo for the force out at second, but just a little too weak. Didn't have enough time to get McLeod at first. So that'll be a 4-6 fielder's choice. And that'll bring up Hunter Hoff. He's 0 for 1 today. The pitch. Ball low, and it's a 1-0 count to Hoff, who's 0 for 1 today, grounded out to the third baseman. That pitch is swung on and hit out into right center field. That'll drop in there for a base hit. So now runners on first and second with 2 away. And that'll bring up Landon DeLevin. DeLevin comes in, batting 0 for 1. Grounded out to the second baseman to end the second inning. That pitch misses outside, and it's a 1-0 count. Runners on first and second, 2 away. The 1-0. Ball up and away, and a snap throw, and they almost get him. They had Hoff leaning, and I thought that Kingston put enough oomph on that throw over to Garganis to get Hoff just off the bag. But according to the umpire, he just barely got in. The pitch. Ball up and away, and it's a 3-0 count now. 7-0 ball game. Chiefs in a commanding lead. Certainly have the potential, if they are able to get something going in the bottom half of this inning, certainly have the potential of 10 running the Gators. That pitch, strike on the high outside corner as DeLevin started walking towards first, thinking it was ball 4, but a late strike call by the home plate umpire gets it to 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. Ball low, and that'll be a walk. And that'll load the bases now with 2 away and bring up Jay Thompson. Thompson 0 for 1 today with a strikeout, looking to start off the third inning. And now pitching coach for the Chiefs goes out to talk to Barlow. Try to talk some situational, just try to get him to be more focused, have him ready for this big out right here, this big at-bat. As they play the Baseball Tonight theme in the background. Always fun hearing that theme. And what a great, what a thrill it was last year. It was either last year or the year before last, after almost a decade of Fox using the NFL theme for MLB games. Hearing the MLB on Fox theme once again, It just fits. It just works. We get set, and Thompson steps into the box, the righty, and he swings on the first pitch, grounds it over to the third baseman. He'll step on third for the final out of the inning. So good situational awareness from Gask, and that'll end the inning. So no runs on one hit, one error, and two left on base. After 3.5, it's still 7-0 here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Welcome back as we head to the bottom half of the fourth inning, and it will be the 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for the Chiefs. Billy Barlow will step in to lead it off. He is 1 for 2 today with technically 1 for 1 today with a single and a sacrifice fly. And he fouls off the first pitch, and it's 0-1 count. The 0-1 pitch is a ball low and away, and it's a 1-1 count now. 7-0 ball game for the Chiefs. Have yet to have an inning that they have not scored a run in this game. And getting awfully close to that 10-run mark. That pitch misses low and away. And it's a 2-1 count now. Two and one pitch about to come. Hoff still out there in his fourth inning of work. Has struggled mightily today thus far, but does not look, although now the manager for the Gators goes out to the mound to talk with Hoff. Nobody warming up in the bullpen for Lakewood. So this seems to be more just a strategy meeting for both, and they will keep Hoff in the game. And now we get set. Barlow steps back into the box. Hoff is set. And now the lefty deals. That pitch, strike at the knees. And it's a 2-2 count now. 2-2, nobody out. Chiefs with a 7-0 lead. Wild Bill, Billy Barlow, the Clemson signee, at the plate. The pitch misses up and away, and it's now a full count. The payoff pitch to Barlow. Long look in by Hoff. And now Barlow steps out and resets. And we'll try to do it again. The Chiefs dugout getting animated underneath me. Now the pitch. That pitch is low in the dirt, and he works a walk. Barlow works a walk to start off the bottom half of the fourth inning, and the Chiefs will have a runner on first base now with nobody out. That'll bring up Camden Gask. He is 1 for 2 today with an RBI single. Camden Gasky comes up to the plate. The first pitch to Gasky is a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. Pickoff throw over to first, keeping Barlow close. And with the lefty on the mound, it's a lot harder to steal from first base. You don't see many pitchers, unfortunately, I would say, you don't see many lefties develop that very good Andy Pettit-esque pickoff throw, as the pitch is a strike at the knees to Gasky, and it's 0-2. You don't see many lefties develop that great fake-out pickoff throw. And it's surprising that you don't, considering how effective it was when the likes of Andy Pettit used it. That ball is swung on and fouled back over to the backstop. And it'll remain an 0-2 count as Gasky just gets a piece of that one to stay alive. Runner on first base, nobody out. 7-0 ball game, Chiefs in the lead. The pitch. Swung on, got him to chase a little bit. Grounded over to the third baseman. Has a little bit of a problem with it, though. Over at third does Young. And that'll allow everyone to be saved. Looked like that was a pretty routine ground ball over to Young. And just had some issues on the transition. And as a result, both runners are able to come in safely. Definitely got to consider that one an E5. So now runners on first and second with nobody out. That'll bring up Dylan Hajar. He's 0 for 2 today. The first pitch to Hajar is a ball in the dirt. And it's a 1-0 count. Very interesting, and of course, it's a little different with these tournaments. You don't want to use your bullpen up a lot on one of the first days, because you still have 2 days ahead of you. As that ball is swung on and hit out down the left field line, but foul. And it'll be a 1-1 count. Especially with Lakewood, and they had problems yesterday. I did not see the box score of the game against Carolina Forest yesterday on whether or not they were able to, how many pitchers they used yesterday, as that pitch is a strike on a low inside corner, and it's a 1-2 count. So I'm not sure how many pitchers they have available, but especially in a tournament like this, you do not want to necessarily use all your arms up on one day, and sometimes you kind of just have to give a game up, as that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, and there's one away, as Hajar strikes out swinging. That'll bring up Caden Kingston, who's 0 for 2 today, with a strikeout and a fly out to right field. Runners on first and second, one away. 7-0 Chiefs in the lead here in the bottom of the fourth inning. But like I was mentioning, not necessarily sure if you want to, it's a tough decision to say, okay, either we're going to just basically give this game up or we're going to try to bring someone in from the bullpen to try to salvage this and give our offense a chance to win. It looks like Lakewood at this point are just conceding this one. That ball is flown high into straightaway right field, ranging out and making the catch is Thompson. And, oh, no, actually he dropped it. He dropped it. Looked like he had that one clearly. It hit his glove and it falls. So an E9 gives the Chiefs loaded bases. So 2 errors for Lakewood has affected them in this inning. And that brings us back to the top of the order. And J.J. Velez, who has a very good day today, 2 for 3 with a single, a double, and 2 runs scored, and now has an opportunity to get his first RBI of the day. The first pitch for Velez is a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. Long look in by Hoff. Now gets set and deals. That pitch is a little up and away, and it's 1-1. 1-1, 1 out. Bases are loaded. 7-0 ball game. Chiefs in the lead and looking for more. The pitch. That swung on and grounded up the middle in there into center field for a base hit. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. They will have the runner at first, Kingston, go all the way to third. It's a 2-run single for J.J. Velez. And just like that, the Chiefs are up 9-0. Just solid hitting by Velez. Seeing that pitch, just throw a pitch right down the heart of the plate. And he just took it right back up the middle into center field. And in the process, drives in 2 more. That'll bring up Jomar Lugo. He's 2 for 3 today. The first pitch to Lugo, he pops one high up the elevator shaft. But it will fall out of play just beyond the Lakewood dugout down the first base line. So runners at the corner now with 1 away. The 0-1. Ball in the dirt. And it's a 1-1 count now. Nice job by Pillsbury blocking that one. Making sure to hold both runners at their respective bases. Especially with Velez's speed. You may potentially, although Velez is not taking a huge lead, the 1-1 pitch is a ball up and away. It's now 2-1 count. You may potentially see the Chiefs try to enact the delayed steal, with Velez stealing, trying to draw a throw by Pillsbury, and then have Kingston go home off of the throw. We'll see if they try to do it. Not that big of a lead for Velez, though, as Hoff steps off. The 2-1. Swung on and flown high into right center field. And it will drop in there. 1 run will score. Going to second and getting gunned down is Lugo. But a run will score, and that gives the Chiefs a 10-0 lead. An RBI single for Lugo. And also Velez will move over to third. So a runner on third now with 2 away. I was surprised. That looked like it was going to hang up long enough for the right fielder Thompson to get to it. But Thompson, instead of charging it, just decided to let it drop in front of him. The first pitch is a ball low and away. And it's 1-0 to Burgess Garganis, who is 3 for 3 today with 2 singles, a double, 2 runs, and 4 RBI. And he would certainly like to get another RBI right here. That is a strike on a low outside corner, and it's a 1-1 count now. 10-0 Chiefs. The pitch. Breaking ball just misses low and away. Trying to catch the low outside corner with that curveball. And just could not quite get the call. And that's something that when you're as wild as Hoff has been, as the 2-1 pitch is a ball up and away, and it's a 3-1 count now. That's one of those problems that you always see when pitchers start to get wild, or they have been wild and haven't had their command as good as they would like throughout a game. You don't get those ticky-tack calls. You don't get the calls that are right on the edge of the plate. That 3-1 pitch misses up and away, and a 5-pitch walk for Garganis. So now bases are loaded with 2 away, and that brings up the cleanup hitter, Luke Rice. Or excuse me, runners at the corners. As that pitch misses, and it's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and fouled back. Runners at the corners, 2 away. The pitch. Ball low and away, and it's a 2-1 count now. The 2-1 is swung on and fouled back, and we'll do it all over again at 2-2. Deuces are wild, 2 on, 2 out, and a 2-2 count. Here in the bottom half of the 4th inning, already up to that 10-run rule. So if the Chiefs and Billy Barlow are able to shut out the side in the next half inning, I believe the game would be over. But we'll have to wait and see. The pitch is swung on and fouled off. And we'll do it all over again at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and slapped up over to the second baseman. Actually, we'll get past the second baseman into center field. And that'll score another run. So an RBI single for Luke Rice. And now it's 11-0. So now runners at first and second with 2 away. And that'll bring up Anderson Boyers, who is 0 for 1 today. Reached base on a hit by a pitch his first 2 plate appearances. And then popped out to the shortstop. The first pitch is a strike on the inside part of the plate. And it's 0-1. Now the Chiefs have a bit of a cushion on that 10-run rule. The 0-1. Ball just missing low and inside. And it's a 1-1 count. The 1-1. That ball is fouled off, and we'll do it again at 1-2. One and two away. Chiefs up 11-0. The pitch. Swung on and hit out into shallow right field. That'll drop in there for a base hit, and it'll ricochet off the right fielder, but it will not get away from him enough for Garganis to score from third. But it will score one run. Or excuse me, will not score a run. We'll just load the bases. But the Chiefs do bat around the order. And now Billy Barlow comes up to the plate for his second at-bat of the inning. This is the second time in this game that the Chiefs have batted around the order. The first pitch to Barlow is swung on and grounded over to the third baseman. Young will step on the bag at third himself for the final out of the inning, but not before the Chiefs put a 4 spot on the board and extend their lead out to beyond the 10-run rule. And we head to the top half of the 5th inning with the Chiefs up 11-0 here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. We head to the top half of the 5th inning as the bottom of the order up to the top 9-1-2 are due up for the Gators. It will be Frierson, Young, and Brown. Frierson does not have an official at bat today thus far. Was hit by a pitch back in the 3rd inning. We'll go around the region in this inning. In just a second as Barlow steps in and deals. And that pitch well up and inside. Frierson has to back off. And it's a 1-0 count to Frierson. We'll go around both the region and the tournament in just a second. The 1-0. Ball just off the plate, low and inside, and it's a 2-0 count, excuse me. Around the region right now, that ball fouled off, and it's a 2-1 count now. Myrtle Beach in the top of the region right now at 2-0, and an 8-4 overall record. Hartsville at 4-0 and 6-0. West Florence 4-1 and A-2. North Myrtle Beach at 2-2 and 6-4. Darlington also at 2-2 and 6-6. South Florence 0-3 region record, 3-3 overall. The pitch. Strike on a high inside corner, and it's a 2-2 count now. South Florence at 0-3, 3-3 overall, and Wilson rounding it out at 0-4 in a 2-5 region, non-region overall schedule. The 2-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and there's one away. Their last games each, Myrtle Beach, right here in the Mingo Bay Classic, beat Lake City, who the Chiefs will play tomorrow in the Mingo Bay Classic. Seahawks beat Lake City 5-3. West Florence beat Charlotte 6-4. And South Florence beat Central 10-0, which that was Kenny Graves' 300th win. That ball grounded into the hole into right field for a base hit. And with one out, the Gators try to keep this game alive for them. That'll bring up Victor Brown. He is 0 for 1 today. Reached on a walk in the first inning and then grounded out into a 6-3 double play. What I like to call a 6-6-3. The shortstop, Lugo, stepping on the bag himself. That pitch just off the plate inside. And it's a 1-1 count. Rounding off some of the other scores around the region, Trinity Collegiate beat Wilson yesterday, and Darlington beat 10-1 did Trinity Collegiate over Wilson. As that pitch misses low and inside, 2-0. And Darlington beat Louisville 11-3. Tonight, West Florence and South Florence played earlier in the Founders FCU Diamond Challenge Championship game. And the Bruins were able to win that one, beating West Florence 7-6 in the championship. That pitch is a called strike, and it's a 2-1 count. So South Florence continues to play well. That'll certainly help them move forward in the inter-region play. The pitch is swung on and grounded up the middle past the diving Lugo into center field. Rounding second and heading for third and standing up easily is Young. So now there are runners on the corners with one away. And the Gators still have some life to them. All they need is 2 runs to avoid the 10-run rule and keep this game alive. It's still a long shot for them to come back in this game, but they certainly would like to avoid the ignominy of getting 10 runned in this one. Already got 10 run yesterday, as that ball is short dribbler and no play, and throwing him out at second, and that'll end the ball game. What a great play. It looked like that was going to fall. It was a pop out that Barlow was able to make the grab on and then spin over, and he had Brown hung out to dry off first base, threw a cannon over to first base to Garganis, getting Brown for the final out of the inning. So that'll do it for this one. The Chiefs 10-run ruled the Gators in this game, winning 11-0 in 5 innings. And they win their first matchup here in the Mingo Bay Classic. They will face off against Lake City tomorrow. same time, same place. So once again, final score 11-0. Barlow gets the win, with Hoff getting the loss in 5 as a result of the 10-run rule. And now the Chiefs are squarely in command. Not sure exactly how the bracket will work if multiple teams are undefeated, because the Seahawks also, ironically, all of the local teams, with the exception of Loris, won yesterday. We'll have to wait to see how the other games pan out tonight. Myrtle Beach are off today. Carolina Forest beat Lakewood last night, and they are facing off against Lake City tonight. So that could be an interesting matchup to see how the Chiefs may be able to stack up against Lake City, who they actually played already this season earlier on in the IP Classic at the beginning of the season, prior to the season officially starting. But once again, final score 11-0. Chiefs win it in 5 and get a big win on their way towards trying to win the Mingo Bay Classic. So that'll just about wrap it up for me here. Once again, final score 11-0. Chiefs win it in 5 as a result of the 10-run rule. And they get ready to face off against Lake City tomorrow evening. First pitch at 6 o'clock. Pre-game show this time will start as scheduled at 5:45. Apologies for the technical difficulties earlier today. But we will have all the coverage for you this tomorrow evening as the Chiefs look to continue their high play here in the Mingo Bay Classic and try to head towards the championship game. Once again, final score 11-0. Chiefs win it in 5. I'm Brandon Biscobing saying so long, and I'll talk to you tomorrow